Hello, everyone. Jack Organ, Program Coordinator at the Philadelphia Outward Bound School, here today with my colleagues to show you another initiative activity. This one is called Space Settlers. This activity, this is a favorite of ours because it always gets pretty good buy-in from any age of participant. And it really gets at some very interesting topics in a very fun way. So learning objectives for this activity are collaborative decision making. Participants will be making decisions as a group. They will practice sharing their opinions respectfully, practice being assertive, practice listening to others, making compromises. And then it'll also be an opportunity to talk about biases that we have towards professions, towards people in certain professions, and how they might act if they are part of a certain profession. So yeah, it's a good conversation starter. It's also just a really fun activity. So the whole group is part of an elite division of SpaceX, tasked with leading a mission to start the first human settlement on a planet that recently received habitable status. Before starting the mission, you must select your civilian unit. They will be the first inhabitants and an important part to creating a well-functioning society. This group will make up the first wave of civilians to establish the colony for a larger wave of people that will show up in 2 years. Out of a pool of 28 adult applicants from all walks of life, you need to pick 15 that will make up a team that meets your standards. This activity is played in 2 rounds. Your group will have 10 minutes to make their first round of initial choices. I'm going to say 10 minutes for this group because I think that's a great time limit for them. You can choose how long you want your group to discuss these applicants. I'm going to challenge my group because they are expert decision makers. So you're making those first 15 choices in 10 minutes. And then we will have round 2, in which you will have 3 minutes to make up to 5 changes. So that means you will be able to see who you have chosen, and you'll be able to change up to 5 people. The thing with round 2 is that you will gain access to the full candidate files. You will get more information about these people who have applied to be part of the society. And you can use that or disregard that to guide any changes you'd like to make. Well done, everyone. We are going to roll right into round 2, in which you will receive a little bit more information. For those of you who will be facilitating this, do not stop sharing your screen because then you will lose your annotations. And then you will have a harder time remembering what the group chose. So, like I said, you will have 3.5 minutes. You can make up to 5 changes. All right.
The astronaut who's been to space is actually a monkey. So
So no.
I'm gonna say no.
Okay, so I've heard 2 no's for the astronaut.
That sounds good to me. Let's get rid of the astronaut.
All righty, you have 1 person that you can switch with that astronaut.
Jeremy said that the farmer should be swapped with janitor. I think that's a great point. The farmer only knows how to grow corn. We don't even know if corn will grow on this planet. Janitor manages a community garden.
Okay, seeing agreement for that. Make
Yeah.
that happen.
Agreed.
Can we switch construction worker for fisherman?
Ooh.
Yeah, I think that sounds good to me.
Especially because we have an electrician now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and the construction worker is pretty lazy.
All right, we have 15 more seconds. So switching construction worker with fisherman.
Yeah.
Heard a few yeses for this.
Sure. We also have another one we can add.
Yep.
Jeremy in the chat said, Jeremy and Jeff said software development is also useful. Twitch streamer can live document our expensive expedition for the rest of the world for posterity. Jeremy says agree on software development, especially with space stuff.
Will we
Great.
switch out Judge for Twitch streamer?
So folks, your time is up.
Oh no.
You were switching the construction worker with who again? I'm sorry.
Fisherman.
Fisherman. Okay. All right, team. Hey, we have decided. So let's give ourselves some Zoom applause. Woo. All righty. You have chosen to bring with you a Twitch streamer who works in software development, a nurse who likes to instigate problems, a judge who is the host of a court TV show, reality TV show, an extremely athletic sculptor, a space enthusiast who completed every space camp in the world and studies astrobiology in university, a librarian with a photographic memory, a janitor who also manages a community garden, an activist who is great at organizing events and people, sounds competent, a researcher who has published papers in psychology, a painter who is the CEO of a Fortune 500 company, aerospace engineer who gets distracted very easily, pulmonologist who's kind of rude, a fisherman who's also a world-renowned chef, ghost hunter who's a practical or also a professional electrician, and a robotics technician who breaks everything they work on. Alrighty, those are your folks who are going to start a new society. And folks, I would like to ask you a few questions about your decision-making process. First of all, we're going to use a thermometer to give ourselves an idea of how well you think you made those decisions as a group. Thumbs straight up is like, we did great, that was perfect, no room for improvement. Thumbs down is terrible, I would never do this ever again. And then of course you can go anywhere in between. All right, looks like we are mostly in the kind of the mostly thumbs up, as Jeremy says. Can I hear from two people why you give yourselves a mostly thumbs up?
We had to cut some corners because of our time goal, which we may not have cut if we have more time.
And so that to you, that to you was the tipper from straight
Yeah,
up.
like there's less focus on process and more focus on product.
That's interesting because I feel like my not 100% is because our product didn't turn out perfectly. And, you know, like we had some people that we definitely would have removed.
Okay, so you feel like the product suffered a little bit under the time constraint.
Yeah, like our process could have been better and that influenced the product.
Cool, thanks folks. Well, hope you enjoyed this one. If you have any questions about annotating, screen sharing, or going to space, please contact us. We'll catch you later.